Yogendra Yadav of the Aam Aadmi Party, Chandan Mittal joins sometime, GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, Sudhindra Bhadoria of the BSP, Gaurav Bhatia of the SP. My first question is to Randeep Singh Surjewala. Gentlemen, welcome to the Newshour debate. Mr. Surjewala, yesterday Rahul Gandhi said something interesting. He said, and I quote, "If you choose a right time to speak the truth, then it becomes a lie," unquote. He said this in the context of the ordinance. Doesn't this constitute a lie by Rahul Gandhi's own definition? Because the fact is, it has taken him a very long time since Akhilesh took over. Hundreds of riots happened. Muzaffarnagar happened. Your central government did nothing, Mr. Surjewala. And now Rahul Gandhi has timed his response. So if I use what Rahul Gandhi said today in the context of his belated response, in the context of his belated response, does it not appear to you that he's contradicting himself, Mr. Surjewala?
Arnab, you can interpret it the way you like. There are three things that Mr. Rahul Gandhi clearly said. Number one, he said development and secularism have to be the agenda of governance for this country. B, communalism of all kinds have to be shunned, and in Muzaffarnagar there was a concerted political conspiracy of the Bharatiya Janata Party, aided and abetted in terms of a meek spectator-like attitude of the Samajwadi Party government in failing to protect the life and liberty of its citizen. And number three, the only way forward for this country is, and the only way forward for young of this country is cohabitation, progress, prosperity, and a united progressive India walking hand in hand.
I don't understand the contradiction. You continue to have a relationship with a party that aids and abets riots? I mean, Gaurav Bhatia is listening to you today. You have a political relationship with a party that aids and abets riots. There's no contradiction there, is it? Then what is this preachy language which is being spoken, Mr. Surjewala?
Specific words, Arnab, I used. Samajwadi Party government acted as a mere spectator when the life and liberty.
So why would you be a spectator unless you had a motive? Why would you be a spectator unless you had a motive?
Concerted conspiracy of Bharatiya Janata Party and many other lumpen elements.
This is very interesting. You see, let's get Yogendra Yadav. Yogendra Yadav, very interesting situation. You see, I find the positioning happening already at the start. GVL Narasimha Rao, I'll let you come into the debate. Let's get the Aam Aadmi Party an opportunity sometimes into these debates, which are focused only between a few parties. I find this a very interesting situation. Already I find that the Congress party is accusing the BJP of actively pushing riots, and it's accusing the SP of passively encouraging riots. Where is it positioning itself, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, and how honest is that positioning?
The honesty is for everyone to see, Arnab. Let me begin by saying that if Rahul Gandhi talks about politics playing role in communalism, it should be welcomed. If Narendra Modi talks about toilets and the problem, I would welcome it. I think these are nice things. The real questions are three. One is timing, as you've rightly pointed out. Rahul Gandhi appears to have developed a knack for mistiming almost everything. Where was he when Muzaffarnagar was burning? Why did he not say it then? That's one question. Second is the question of consistency between your words. You say one thing today which appears correct. Have you been saying the same thing over the last 3 or 4 years? The answer is no. And the third question is consistency between your words and deeds. What is your government doing in Rajasthan? Where were you? Where was your party when your government takes an aggressive majoritarian stand in Assam? Where was you when your party plays a majoritarian politics in Punjab? What about Maharashtra? These are questions which are bound to come up. So yes, the words appear correct. I would not say these are wrong words. I would welcome someone if someone can say expose the role played both by SP and BJP in the Uttar Pradesh today. The real question is, does it add up to a coherent politics? Right. I'm afraid not.
In the first 9 months of 2013, Mr. Surjewala, the entire Congress party and Rahul Gandhi should remember 93 riots in Uttar Pradesh in the first 9 months. In addition to 108 incidents of communal tension. In none of these occasions did we see Mr. Rahul Gandhi hitting the road or hitting the streets or questioning it aggressively. I give the floor right now to the BJP, which wanted to have the first turn to respond in this debate, to the charge of being active participants in communal riots. Your response, please.
You see, the Congress party claims to practice secularism, but I would like to actually say that the Congress party is practicing blatant communalism of the worst kind. I think if you have seen how Rahul Gandhi conducted himself during the UP assembly election and what he is trying to do today, this is just playing one community against the other. I think the Congress party should not start practicing or preaching others. I think they are eyeing for a vote bank. I think in the Uttar Pradesh today, the BJP is miles ahead of everyone, mainly because of the development plan, because of the misgovernance of the UPA, because of the blatant corruption deeds conducted by the UPA government, because of the malgovernance by the Samajwadi Party. In UP government, people are looking for an alternative, and Mr. Modi, Mr. Narendra Modi, as someone who has offered excellent governance in UP, is coming up as the only alternative. And
no, 1 second. Don't advertise for Mr. Modi right now. 1 second. I know this is your favorite
BSP
pursuit.
No,
I know it's your favorite pursuit. You take every opportunity to make it into an advertisement for Mr. Modi. 1 minute. Mr. Narasimha Rao, please. This is not commercial television.
That's a reality.
Advertise for Mr. Modi on this. We're not talking about Mr.
Reality.
Modi. 1 minute. You see, please, let's go point by point. Look at your situation today. Look at your situation, Gaurav Bhatia. The Congress party thinks you are a communal party. The Congress party thinks that you have passively encouraged riots. Snap ties with them. Let us then test whether this conversation that you're having is not some fixed match for the voter, but something you feel from your heart. Snap ties with them. What more do you want to hear? You are being described as a blatantly communal party by the Congress party, which is surviving on your support, Mr. Bhatia.
Arnab, I would like to say this, that they can say whatever they want, but the hypocrisy in today's speech of Mr. Rahul Gandhi is evident. He speaks about Muzaffarnagar riots, but he does not mention the riots in the Congress-ruled states of Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Assam, and other states. He talks about giving right to education to everybody, but he does not talk about the poor implementation of right to education, which HRD minister also admits that they have not been able to have teachers to implement the right to education. He talks about the land acquisition bill. He forgets that in 2007 this bill was tabled.
Am I discussing the land acquisition bill?
Then again
am I discussing the land acquisition bill?
No, I am talking about the hypocrisy and the content that he used is baseless. It had no substance, and I'm trying to expose the content of his speech and how it lacked any depth. And that, I think, is very important, Arnab.
But you refuse to respond to the way you refuse. No, 1 second. You refuse to respond to the fact that you've been virtually described as a communal party by the Congress party tonight. I find it interesting. Your calm, I would say, almost timid response.
Secure.
Your almost timid response to the aggressive attack by Randeep Singh Surjewala on your almost tepid and timid response today reveals a lot, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
My party is very secure about its credentials.
Can I
if the BJP had accused you of the same thing, you would have responded differently.
I did not.
Arnab.
Absolutely. Arnab, let me interject and say
1 second.
Can I just say one thing for a second to Arnab?
Yes.
Let us not put words in my mouth. I have categorically said there was a concerted conspiracy on part of Bharatiya Janata Party in Muzaffarnagar riots. Sangeet Som uploading a fake CD, who's a BJP MLA, BJP workers circulating that CD, Mr. Rana making inflammatory speeches, Mr. Bhartendu, the BJP MLA, all these people saying all these things, and all that Samajwadi Party did, that Samajwadi Party
Mr. Narasimha Rao has
protecting the life and liberty of citizens of Uttar Pradesh.
This is very interesting. 1 second. I thought till now that the Congress party told us that the communal secular divide is a straight line. It's black and white, right or wrong, secular or communal. I didn't know that there is this grey area where you can be partially secular and partially communal. I don't know, but that seems to be now the way you're describing the Samajwadi Party. The BJP wants to respond. Mr. Narasimha Rao has to go, so he'll have his quick turn to respond. Mr. Narasimha Rao. Mr. Narasimha Rao was.
If the UPA government is so incompetent, it cannot bring a law and order problem under control. We have consistently demanded suitable action be taken. We have even gone and demanded president's rule in Uttar Pradesh. They have a friendly party which supports them in Delhi in power. What about? No, I'm saying the Congress cannot absolve itself. The Congress party wants to use this only for electoral benefit, and the Congress party is not sincere in protecting the minority interest. In fact, they have been using them as a vote bank, which is what he is trying to do even today. There is a competitive communal politics that is being played out by the Samajwadi Party, by the Congress Party.
Amit Shah goes to Uttar Pradesh.
You cannot give such sermons. Congress is the communal party, the most communal party in this country.
BJP gets arrested in Jhansi.
You are the most communal party in this country.
Parishad conducts a Kosi Yatra. You completely communalize and polarize.
That has absolutely caused no disturbance at all. That has caused absolutely no disturbance at all.
And then
it is Ranjit, I think your party.
Come and claim secularist status.
Who is what is this communal secular? No, one second. At this point in the debate,
communal party.
At this point into the debate,
is the most communal party.
At this point,
ground for
you are using a vote bank.
Gentlemen, at this point into the debate, I have one thing to say.
Community into a vote bank.
I have one thing to say at this point in the debate. Debate's getting heated up. I have to thank GVL Narasimha Rao, who's been representing the BJP at this point of time. GVL Narasimha Rao, for being with us on the debate so far. I thank you very, very much. Now he's going to be replaced by Chandan Mitra in the next few minutes, who's also joining us live, representing the BJP tonight. So GVL Narasimha Rao, thank you very much. Chandan Mitra comes up live. Sudhindra Bhadoria.
Come in now.
Sudhindra Bhadoria. No. I have to ask you many questions today. Gaurav Bhatia, tonight I'm not going to let you get away, because I know something very interesting happened on the 3rd of October.
You've never done it, Arnav.
No, I always do it. I'm more than fair to all the participants. Now, my question to...
Yeah, may I come in?
My question is to Sudhindra Bhadoria. You know, let Sudhindra Bhadoria come in. After Sudhindra Bhadoria, I will come back to you. Sudhindra Bhadoria, what do you think of this whole discussion going on? You know, in the latest riot, especially a BSP MP Qadir Rana and BSP MLAs Noor Salim and Maulana Jamil booked for violating prohibitory orders, provoking communal tension by making inflammatory speeches at different meetings in this district. I only said this so that before you start preaching, you are aware of your own party's background. Yes, please.
You see, on that issue, I have already spoken on your television in one of the debates that it was a Friday prayer meeting in which the Samajwadi Party members, the Congress Party members, so did the BSP members. They were all present. It was a collective gathering of different party people.
No, what do you mean collective gathering? What do you mean collective gathering? Inflammatory speeches, inciting communal violence. What's a collective gathering? A collective gathering to inflame passions.
Let me come. Oh my God, let me finish the whole discussion which you have been conducting on the Rahul Gandhi's speech, and Mr. Surjewala and everybody has commented. Why are they not speaking the full truth? He has woken up after 1 month. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has woken up after 1 month of the Muzaffarnagar riots. Not only that, in 1.5 years, you have yourself pointed out that over 100 riots have taken place. There have been killings in Muzaffarnagar alone, and outside Muzaffarnagar, over 100,000 people are living either in refugee camps or have migrated to different parts of Uttar Pradesh. That is the plight of the people of living in Muzaffarnagar and around Muzaffarnagar. So, having said that, I must say that this is a very late realization. This fixed match between the Samajwadi Party and the VHP was very clear when Mulayam Singh and Mr. Singhal and Mr. Vedanti met in Lucknow.
Prior to that also, you know that there have been these fixed matches between Mulayam Singh and Akhilesh Yadav and the counterpart communal forces in the VHP and as well as those who are participating in the debate today. So therefore this is nothing new, but only thing new is that there is a very late realization to Mr. Rahul Gandhi about the things happening in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. Chandan Mitra joining the debate. Mr. Surjewala, would I allow you to respond after Mr. Chandan Mitra comes into the debate for the first time? But if you're understanding the tone and tenor of this whole discussion, Mr. Surjewala, you'd realize one thing. What is happening here? What is happening is that incidents of communal violence under Congress party regimes are massive. Over the last 5 years, there are 56 communal disturbances, 100 incidents of tension in Maharashtra. You are in power. A judicial probe is ordered into the Dhule riots that took place in January 2013. Riots are innumerable during Gehlot's tenure. Your government does nothing. So the fact is, Mr. Surjewala, you live in a glass house. On top of it, your central government did nothing because you didn't want to upset Mulayam Singh Yadav when the riots were going on in Muzaffarnagar. You not just live in a glass house, you live in a glass house. On top of that, you made this fragile pack of cards, and sitting on top of the pack of cards, you're preaching secularism and communal amity. Mr. Surjewala, perhaps it's time to look within. I'd let the BJP come in. Mr. Chandan Mitra, earlier into the discussion, Randeep Singh Surjewala and the others spoke about the revival of the temple agenda. They made references to the well-planned yatra with the covert support of the BJP. They spoke about the tapes being circulated by on the internet by BJP representatives, and they made that the basis of the argument to justify what Rahul Gandhi was saying. Your response?
Well, Rahul, Arnab, I don't know why we are taking Mr. Rahul Gandhi so seriously. I think, thank God for small mercies that today he did not discover the, the thrust or gravitational pull
escape
of
velocity
Pluto or some planet like that. So, I mean, how can you take Rahul Gandhi seriously when he talks of these kind of things? Except the only relevant point is that while on the one hand, his government instructs the CBI to withdraw all cases and close cases against Mulayam Singh and Mayawati on the one hand, he goes to various parts of UP today and blames the Akhilesh Yadav government for inciting communal riots.
He's not named the Akhilesh Yadav government, by the way. He's not named it. He only says, dange hote nahi hai, karaye jate hain. Yes.
हाँ, दंगे किसने कराया? The Sikh riots, anti-Sikh riots in Delhi are fresh in people's memory, even though they are so many years have passed. The Bhagalpur riots are fresh in people's memory. Who got them organized? So,
what about the Gujarat riots? Please bring that also into the debate.
No, agreed. I'm
riots of the country are being discussed.
Only thing you have to talk about BJP is the one Gujarat riot. Many more people had died. Many more people had died in riots under Congress rule in BJP under Hitendra.
No, is this, are we competing? Are we competing on the numbers of people killed in communal riots? Yeah, I don't understand the flow of this argument.
Let us not digress into this. The Congress party is a mastermind of all communal violence in the country. So they have no right now to call the pot calling the kettle black.
That's a very convenient way. That's a very convenient. Mr. Chandan Mitra, with a great respect to you, that is a very convenient way of dodging the whole question of two MLAs, including Sangeet Som, accused of circulating a fake video that is allegedly the trigger of the clashes, and Suresh Rana being jailed under the National Security Act. Very conveniently you dodge that.
I believe the law must take its course. They have been arrested. Mr. Som has been booked under the National Security Act. Let the cases go on. Who stopped them? But who, I mean, you have to go through the entire history. I don't think I came here to discuss the anatomy of the Muzaffarnagar riots because we have discussed enough of this. But I can tell you that the entire sequence of events began to unfold with this meeting that incited members of a particular community which were attended by the Samajwadi Party leaders.
Yogendra Yadav, one second. Do you believe, Mr. Yadav, that we are going round and round on one thing? You see, I'll come to you, Mr. Surjewala. Let's not be suggestive. This is not an art film. This is politics. Name, who are you talking about? दंगे होते नहीं कराए जाते हैं जो राहुल गांधी ने कहा. तो सीधा सवाल आपसे ये है जो मैं योगेंद्र यादव से पहले पूछना चाहूंगा कि योगेंद्र जी, is it not time right now for Rahul Gandhi to say कि if he thinks Akhilesh is causing the riots or responsible for it, he should name him. He should name Akhilesh or name Mulayam and be quite direct about it.
Arnab,
The
why are you drawing
difficulty,
this
Arnab, is
assumption?
quite clear.
No, 1 second. Yogendra
If he
Yadav.
were
Yeah.
to name them, how would he continue to have business with them?
Exactly.
If he were to name Akhilesh's government, how would he defend his own government in Rajasthan? Now, these are clear, obvious questions. What we are dealing with, Arnab, if you listen to participants on both sides clearly, all you need to do is to piece what they are saying together and you get the full picture. What we have are two competing calculus, absolutely cynical calculus of politics. On the one hand, you have something where a party in Uttar Pradesh stands to gain by mobilizing the Jats against the Muslims. A certain kind of pattern emerges and clearly someone is a beneficiary, and then Mr. Narasimha Rao can come and say, we are on top. Don't we know what is bringing them to the top? So yes, there is a clear communal politics.
No, but why?
On the other hand, the reality is that those who call themselves secular parties like the Congress and the SP, they have developed a vested interest in keeping the minorities insecure, in keeping them hostage in a sense. So we are dealing with two competing, absolutely cynical calculus. And the challenge is to go beyond that. And I'm afraid Rahul Gandhi's speech doesn't show us the way beyond these things.
No, but we need to talk straight. Today the Samajwadi Party representative has to answer on a basic question. On the 3rd of October, Gaurav Bhatia, 3rd of October, it was widely reported that the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the custodian of law and order, the final word on the state administration of Uttar Pradesh, the man who's supposed to make every single person in the state, irrespective of religion, caste or community, feel secure. He hosted a cleric called Maulana Nazir, who was booked on September 3rd for taking part in that incident which happened, that protest at Khatauli in Muzaffarnagar. Is that secularism? Gaurav Bhatia, is that secularism?
Arnab,
Don't dodge it.
Let me answer this by saying, I am not dodging, I am replying to your question. During the Muzaffarnagar riots and after the riots, the main objective that the government wanted to achieve was to restore normalcy. And for that, the Chief Minister was meeting eminent persons from all communities.
These are people, Maulana Nazir, booked for violation of section 144 and for attempting to vitiate the atmosphere.
Yes.
Chandan Mitra, Gaurav Bhatia says that meeting was to improve things.
If someone is booked for, let me answer, Arnab. You asked me a question, give me a chance to answer.
This is what I'm saying, there's a fixed match going.
If someone is booked, then investigation takes place and arrests are made. And in this case also, you are aware that number of arrests were made and investigation was going on. In the process, if the government or the Chief Minister wishes to meet somebody to ensure that that person does not aggravate or can help in restoring normalcy,
how do you mean?
I don't think
tomorrow,
there is anything wrong
this
with
is
that.
wonderful logic.
But
this is wonderful logic. I want the Congress to respond before others. 1 second. What kind of logic is this?
Investigation should not be hampered. That is very important.
1 second.
If you will allow me to complete, then only I can give you the
logic. But I don't understand the flow of this argument.
You see, interrupting, Arnab.
No, I'm saying I don't understand.
I am giving you the reasoning.
Reasoning, there is a case.
Why don't you allow me to complete myself?
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia,
are you feeling insecure that once I complete my line, then it would make some sense and it would be the rationale behind the meeting?
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
Why don't you allow me to complete myself?
I'll tell you one thing. Gaurav Bhatia, now would it
Arnab, you have asked me a question. You think I will not answer it? I am answering it. Let me fail in my attempt, but at least let me have the satisfaction that I got an opportunity to reply.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, I don't know.
Aid and abet the communal forces.
I don't know what I asked wrong. I asked a simple question, Chandan Mitra.
There were maximum communal incidents in the BSP government. So please, you have no moral authority to comment on our government.
People know from Mulayam Singh's days, when Mulayam Singh became the
Home Minister on the floor of the Parliament has said that the BSP government had maximum number of communal incidents.
Kind of communal
so what are you talking about?
We know from that very moment on,
Mr. Bhadoria, I love the attention that you give to the Samajwadi Party.
Mulayam Singh and Akhilesh
I love the attention that you give to the Samajwadi Party. But today, for a change, the topic was different. But you only have single agenda.
No, of course.
Today the topic was different. You can discuss other parties as well. But I understand your obsession with the Samajwadi Party government.
Of the fixed
If you are obsessed, I love it.
Most of the people,
I think we have a follower.
I want to ask the Congress party tonight.
Most of the people.
I want to ask the Congress party tonight. I want to ask the Congress party tonight. 1 minute, gentlemen. Gentlemen, calm down. Calm down. 1 minute. Let me come in. Please restrain yourself. Restrain yourself for a minute. Restrain
when
yourself.
somebody is making a point, it would be expected out of you
Yes,
not to
if you
interrupt in
speak,
between.
Mr. Gaurav,
When
and
you were speaking, I didn't interrupt.
This is wrong. You are trying to
Now,
mislead and give
I think
incorrect
the seniority that you enjoy, at least
No,
have
you
the
are
courtesy to allow
misleading
me
and
to complete.
your arguments are malicious. Your arguments are malicious and you are misleading the people.
The floor of the parliament has given data in 2011. They were maximum.
The Home Minister admitted that they had informed you and yet you did not act.
Now, one second.
No, the Home Minister said this. They had informed
One
you
second
and
to
you
the
did not
Congress
act.
and the BJP. 1 minute, gentlemen. Now, Mr. Bhadoria, please calm down. Now, Mr. Bhadoria, I'm requesting both of you, please calm down for a minute, please. Please, I request you, please, from both sides, cease the fire. Cease fire for a minute between the BSP and the SP in the interest of our viewers. Ceasefire, please. Ceasefire, please. Now, 1 second. Allow me to come in. Please, Mr. Bhadoria, I have a bad throat. 1 second. The question is to the Congress party, and then I'll come to the BJP. Look here. Mr. Randeep Surjewala. No, I can see your hand go up there. In fact, my question is only at Mr. Surjewala. Here is a party. I don't know why Gaurav Bhatia got upset, by the way. All I asked Gaurav Bhatia was that it was widely. Again, you
Why will I get upset?
No. Obviously, you must be on the defensive.
And then you don't allow
My
me
question
to
must have put you on the defensive.
I think is unfair. That's all.
You must be on the back foot.
My protest. I'm not upset at all.
No, I can
But
understand.
I would expect that once you ask a question, and then you can allow me to complete myself. That is my only request to you.
Sir, a minute. Mr. Surjewala, everyone's looking at you now, okay? Here, I want to know from you whether you think a chief minister who hosts the person who is accused of violating section 144 and vitiating the atmosphere and who has pending cases against him, if that person is treated like a VIP by the chief minister, you must tell me right here, right now, whether in your view that chief minister is secular or not.
Arnab, today, with due regards to you, somebody who never lets the debate digress to another issues, today you have permitted the debate to digress. What we are discussing is the agenda that has been politically set by Shri Rahul Gandhi, and that was what? It was not restricted to the communal part alone. Mr. Rahul Gandhi specifically said that development and secularism is the agenda for this country, and that the rights-based approach, from welfare-based approach of the governments to rights-based approach, be it the right to information, education, right to food, right to employment, right to fair compensation, is the agenda of his party. So a positive agenda of progress, cohabitation, and moving forward is the agenda that Mr. Rahul Gandhi said today. And he also said, sir, one line, in an atmosphere of communal strife. One line. He also said that the right to food is applicable. 19 crore 95 lakh people in UP, 15 crore 26 lakh people in Uttar Pradesh will get right to food. He asked a simple question from Samajwadi Party government. Why do you not go ahead and implement it, particularly when Government of India is 100% subsidizing such a scheme? Now that is the agenda that we are here to discuss. That is what you started out with. I think we have digressed.
1 minute. I do not believe, Chandan Mitra will respond. I do not believe that a situation of development. So, Gaurav Bhatia, 1 minute. You can't, Samajwadi Party can't keep responding to every Congress question. You may want to, 1 second, please. The question is this. I think, is the otherwise, very straight talking Randeep Surjewala, who bats with a straight bat as Congress Party spokesperson, making an attempt to show me his Azharuddin wrist by twisting the question and deflecting the argument. This is not a cricket match, and I'm not spinning, balls at you.
Absolutely.
You don't have to show me how good you are at wristing things away. Mr. Surjewala, question is communalism.
The question is Muzaffarnagar.
The question tonight is the issue Rahul Gandhi raised on Muzaffarnagar, which I think is the most important question. Then he should ask the more fundamental questions to his own party and the central government. Chandan Mitra's response to you. Chandan Mitra, What do you think?
You know, you made a very valid observation, Arnab, a little while ago, when you said that how can you be partially communal and partially secular? In UP, Mr. Rahul Gandhi tried to brand regional parties as communal parties. In Delhi, they support his government, so they are part of the secular, so-called secular alliance. So this double speak of the Congress party is what people have seen through. Now, it is very clear whose role was what in the Muzaffarnagar riots. I told you I don't want to go into details of that. We have debated that enough. But the point is that the Congress, as usual, is trying to whitewash its own role and also kind of conveniently blame the regional parties in UP for communalism while practicing communalism itself. So, as I've often said, communalism is such a brand of convenience. It is always used and bandied about when it suits the Congress to paint anybody.
No, if that is the case, if that is the case, why don't you say, if that is the case, Chandan Mitra, why don't you say, if that is the case, one question to Chandan Mitra, if that is the case, then say tonight, right here, right now on the Newshour, the whole country is watching you, say that what the VHP did was shameful.
Yes. What the
VHP did was shameful.
VHP?
VHP, Vishwa Hindu Parishad.
Acha, VHP?
Yes.
So VHP was holding a peaceful Kosi Parikrama.
There you are, there you are.
Which the Mulayam Singh government, it was not a riot. Mind you, there's a big difference.
No, but this is the communalization, that's the polarization.
And admitted by uploading a fake video onto the Facebook and distribute CDs. Was that fair? Can I ask one question from Mr.
Let Chandan Mitra respond to Mr. Surjewala.
What Swami Adityanand doing in Jhansi, was that correct? Can I ask Shri Chandan Mitra whether Sangeet Som uploading on Facebook fake video was fair? Whether Sangh Parivar and the Bharatiya Janata Party distributing fake CDs, was that fair and correct? Was it fair and correct to communalize the entire political atmosphere of an area which has seen no riots since 1857, only to find lost political ground? Was that fair, Mr. Mitra?
No,
Mr. Mitra, come on, let us rise above politics, and that is what Shri Rahul Gandhi said today.
Mr. Surjewala, if you just kindly cool down your passion to blame the BJP for everything, even 1857. Now, BJP wasn't formed in 1857, nor was the Congress. So let's not go so far back into history. Let's talk only after independence. And I've made my point on that. I will not repeat. The question is,
Mr. Mitra, you are such a seasoned journalist. Let us not twist everything. I said the area has not seen any communal riots since 1857. Even pre-independence, post-independence, that area has never seen any riots. It's for the first time that the entire atmosphere was communalized in a concerted fashion by certain vested elements.
It was not communalized by the BJP, and the matters are in the hands of the police, and investigations are going on. They have gone ahead and arrested all BJP people involved. They did not allow BJP leaders to visit the place. They made special allowance for the Congress first family and Samajwadi leaders. BJP was not allowed to go there.
Sir, let us condemn at least Sangeet Som on this channel here. Mr. Rajendra Agarwal, with due regards to you, sir, and may I humbly say, sir, with due regards to you on this channel, Mr. Rajendra Agarwal, the Member of Parliament from Meerut, he conceded and admitted that Sangeet Som uploaded that fake video onto the Facebook. It has been, it is completely open that BJP and RSS workers were distributing these fake CDs. Who was communalizing the political atmosphere if the BJP was not?
If he is guilty,
equally, don't you think? Equally.
Just like the Babri Masjid demolition, sir, that is for the court to prove where your leaders are charged.
I have 5 minutes left. Equally passionately, Sudhindra Bhadoria.
Where is Jagdish?
One minute, Sudhindra Bhadoria, don't you think?
What have you done to Jagdish?
No, Sudhindra Bhadoria.
What have you done to other leaders?
One sec. I'm going to come to
Can I not ask you? Can I not ask you that country, one of the worst riots of the country? were the Gujarat riots where thousands lost their lives.
Mr. 1 minute before you. No, 1 second. Chandan
Is it
Mitra.
not correct, sir, that the Babri Masjid demolition accused
May I request
Krishnan Advani ji?
May I request May I request one 10 seconds of restraint? May I request 10 seconds of restraint?
The most communal party in the country.
One second. What is very interesting? You see, this is
divide and rule, and always works on these lines.
I think one second.
It's the pot calling the kettle black, sir. There is a classic, and I do not mean it for an individual, but chor ki daadi mein tinka is really the intention of the BJP, is how it is reflected, sir.
I'm sorry, the line has got a bit.
You allow me to.
No, he said
I
something.
couldn't hear the entire comment.
He just. You can
But
repeat that.
Mr. Surjewala is so beside himself with rage. I don't think he's been able to put his point across.
Yes, sir, I will. Sir, you are such a seasoned journalist and a parliamentarian. I only want to say that just by calling a particular political party or the Congress communal, it doesn't become communal. Secularism is an article of faith for the Indian National Congress, and we have stood by it. We have defended it. Governments are unimportant.
In that case,
for us.
no. This is
secularism
no,
and
one minute. In that case,
paramount
in that case,
in
that case, one second. In that case, Chandan Mitra, 1 minute. Chandan Mitra, 1 minute. Chandan Mitra, 1 minute. If that is the case, then I will repeat myself. Chor ke dari mein tinka, and such strong words are being used by the Congress representative. Now, Mr. Surjewala, with the same element of passion, I want you to tell the Samajwadi Party representative, who you are being very soft on. I don't know what's blossoming between both of you, because the BSP will get really jealous.
That is
the fact. No. 1 minute. Allow me a moment of humor sometimes, once in a week. No, 1 minute.
Let them quote anybody. We are not jealous.
No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. With the same passion, right now, Mr. Surjewala, tell Akhilesh Yadav to apologize for bringing a person who's accused of vitiating the communal atmosphere in a chartered flight to meet him on September 20th. Demand an apology now from Akhilesh.
Arnab, I have said it umpteen number of times, and I will say it again. During Muzaffarnagar riots, Samajwadi Party government failed to protect the life and liberty
you're repeating. You're not saying what people want to hear.
Despite the fact that Government of India had forewarned the Chief Minister, forewarned the government of a concerted attempt at communal riots, had also sent forces there as individuals, and the facts I do not know. I'm not going to comment upon it, Arnab. All that I'm saying is the larger issue is, was SP government able to defend the life and liberty?
Now we'll go in circles.
The answer is that they did not do so adequately, and in the sense that an elected government
now therefore we'll go in circles. I go to Yogendra Yadav.
Too little, too late.
I go to Yogendra Yadav 1 minute. Yogendra Yadav. No, 1 second. No, 1 second. Yogendra Yadav. Mr. Yadav, you've listened to this debate. You've come into the debate 2 or 3 occasions.
You're not allowed to speak, Arnab.
No, sir, please. The Samajwadi Party has taken more time than anyone else, including myself, which I have a bone to pick with you, but I'll pick that later. The question here is...
the time once your show is over. You've hardly allowed me to speak, Arnab.
No, 1 second. Yogendra Yadav. Now, please tell me, in this emerging political milieu, in the coming elections, do you believe any political party, including the Congress, can put itself as centrist and say everybody else is secular, we take the in-between space? Can this be an election slogan for 2014, Mr. Yadav?
Unfortunately, it doesn't look as though Congress would be able to say something of that kind. It's nice of Mr. Surjewala to say that secularism is an article of faith for them. As soon as I heard the sentence, I thought of not just Delhi riot of 1984, I also thought of Nelli massacre, I thought of Malyana, I thought of Mumbai.
Yeah.
And the question after thinking of all these things would be, it's very good of Mr. Rahul Gandhi to speak today about the political games being played in Uttar Pradesh, and in that limited instance he's absolutely right. Muzaffarnagar is a shame on this country, and what underlies is this a political game. But the question is Congress speaking about it today because it has not had the pleasure of being in power in Uttar Pradesh for a long time? Or would Congress be able to say something like this consistently even if it were in power? Would Mr. Rahul Gandhi take the same idea to the rest of the states? And if he were not, Arnab, just to answer your question, in that case, I don't see how Congress could possibly make this into an election agenda. As you said, they live in a glass house, and there would be just too many uncomfortable questions for the Congress party. So Congress, in a sense, represents a kind of secularism which brings poor name to this word secularism, which actually discredits secularism itself.
Well, Mr. Yogendra Yadav, Chandan Mitra, Randeep Surjewala, and Gaurav Bhatia, and of course Sudhindra Bhadoria, thank you very much for joining me. Let the viewer decide on whether Rahul Gandhi is right, whether he's central, or whether each party has their own fault when they preach secularism. Thank you for joining me on Newshour Debate #1 this evening.